Night. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Next Wednesday we'll be there with you. So sweet, man. Still in the rainforest, but no rain now fall now. Place get dry up. May I tell you, start fret about me. My cucumber and my tomato them I plant in the sun hat. May I tell you, man. Anyway, I saw it go. Rain, sunshine. I guess most of us is experiencing the Sahara dust. I don't understand why people. It's not the first. It's not the second. Every year this thing happen, but apparently it take on a new dimension now because it happening at the COVID time, and people start associated with some weird, strange conspiracies. I don't know why all this become a conspiracy. It's a normal thing that happen every year. The dust a blow from West Africa, cross the Atlantic and reach over here. Is that thing will happen just like the ship them. Most of the hurricane them farm in the west coast of Africa. Maybe a lot of people don't know that. But most of the hurricane farm in the west coast of Africa and come across here. And the wind that carry it is the same wind that carry the ship them, the slave ship them, reach across here. Them say if you put something in the water and let it go on the west coast, it eventually will reach here. Because that is how the breeze blow and that is how the movement of the water is. Ironical that the same path that the slave ships take is the same path that hurricane take. But the Sahara dust, you know, is really something. It's a phenomenon in itself. Because we know where Africa there, we know which part of the West there. That means Africa not so far from here, so. Because not now blow from England or blow from Germany reach over here, so. Africa, the point of the west to Africa is closer than to go to England. It takes you 9 hours to fly from Kingston to England. 9 hours. It takes you, and this is non-stop we're talking about. Non-stop to England is 9 hours. Non-stop to West Africa from the Caribbean is 5 hours. That is 3 hours less. And when I count you have to stop in transit for certain airports. Certain airports you have to stop. So we have to really consider that. We're glad to see where we're going. We're glad to see how we're going as it relates to the development of George Floyd has become a symbol. It's almost like a unsung revolution that is taking place. And it's taking place all over the globe. We see part of the process is removing the old colonial systems, symbols that has been there symbolizing the power of white supremacy. And even though black people don't put nothing to symbols, but white people, symbols is very important and significant to a continuity of them history. Them use the symbols to remind you of things that took place in the past. Symbols don't teach you about history, but what it do, it helps you to not forget. It helps you to not forget what history is all about. So the moving of these symbols is very significant and important to how we move forward. And even though it might look simple, but it's really not a simple thing because it wasn't a simple thing that put them there. It was a mindset that put them there. A mindset, a group of people mindset that put these symbols there, recognizing people who allow them to perpetuate racism and white supremacy against a group of people. And we're not talking about only black people, too. We're talking about Native Americans. We're talking about the Aboriginal people. Really and truly. Symbols. Very important. We are the ones we have been waiting for. There's no other. I am my ancestor. My ancestor is me. So we don't need no more heroes. We have had enough heroes. We are the ones we've been waiting for. When people say we are waiting for a Messiah, or we are waiting for a prophet, we are the prophets and we are the Messiahs. But I want to spend a little time and talk about symbols and the importance and relevance of symbols, not only to community, nations, man in general. Symbols, one of the greatest symbols to a country is the flag. The flag of a nation represents what we call the unity, if there's any, of the nation. When people go to war, when nations go to war, there's a man that is carrying a flag. And if him get shot down, somebody take up him flag and walk with it. And the thing is that you don't usually make the flag touch the ground. It's almost sacrilegious to make your flag touch the ground. But your flag is very important. That's a great symbol. We have coat of arms. We have all sorts of symbols in society. We have statues that represents people of the past that has contributed to whatsoever. So when you see a statue of, for instance, Leopold, the people them who put that statue there recognize that this man represents something great in the time when he was living and in the country that he come from. Yet still other people don't recognize that symbol of something significant that should be there. And we see a great thing happen, that them tear down the statue of Leopold in Belgium. Leopold, King Leopold, who is one of the greatest murderers against African people. 10 million, it is said, Leopold killed for him crave for rubber. And a lot of people don't know the main ingredients in your cell phone, the main ingredients in your laptop, computer, comes from the Congo. Coltan them call it. That is a mineral coming from the Congo. But symbolism in what we call allegories. Allegory is like a story told, but the things then that is portrayed in the story is not necessarily that. It's almost like a parable you're talking, but they use symbols to represent certain situations and certain times. For instance, when we hear about Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve is not a literal story. There was no man named Adam and no woman named Eve. That is a representation of a story told. When we hear about Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty is not two eggs sitting upon a wall, but it represents a certain story. But the story is being masked by the writer. So the writer know what he's saying, but he use symbols to represent the truth of the story, which is very important to the argument that I'm trying to project. We see them move the Confederate, I'm trying to move all of the Confederate representations in America. And if you know who the Confederates were, they were fighting from the South, fighting, it's white people that fight white people. White people fighting white people over land that is not theirs. Can you believe that? The Confederates was a group of white people trying to control America before it was the United States of America. And what happened, they have some people that they believe represents white supremacy, including certain presidents. Because most of these presidents who people now uphold had slaves. They had slaves. So now we see that they're moving some of the statues them in America. And this fire that is being lit all over the place represents a turning point in how history has been told to African people and who tell the story. Because a lot of the stories that we are told was not written by us. It was written by Europeans through their own eye and through their own spectacle. And we were never taught in school certain history about ourselves. What we learned in school was how white people want the world to see them and how the white people want to use their spectacle as the lens to work to the world and world history. So the Governor General is under scrutiny now in Jamaica. We have always been talking about removing the Governor General because that is a symbol. The Governor General is a symbol of a history that is not lovely, because the Governor General represents the crown of England that has perpetuated the biggest atrocity against African people in this part of the world. And even though they claim that we are independent, we still hold on to certain symbols. Now why I say the Governor General is under fire? Because there is a insignia. You know, sometimes you look on a man's chest and you see him have a whole heap of things. Either button or emblem with all sort of things on him. Near him regalia, him have the regalia across him from right to left. You see the regalia upon him right shoulder and it over there so, upon him waist there so, and then upon him chest, him heart. You see him have a whole heap of things. Well, it has been not discovered because it was there all the while. It's not that we never see it. That one of the emblems, one of the insignia on the Governor General's clothes when he is in his regalias and all this thing is a symbol of Saint Michael with his feet. Because we just coming out of foot now and neck, you know. And this is just weird that this should have come up now, but everything is working according to how things supposed to work. This insignia of Michael the Archangel, as obviously is a white angel, with him foot in the neck of a black, I'm going to call it angel because I have a wing too, but obviously it's an evil angel, it's the devil. And Michael have him foot in the black person or the black angel neck. That is a symbol of white supremacy at its highest level. Because these symbols have always represented what white people say in a freedom understanding of how the world is and how other people is. We're going to come back to it. Yeah, so we're talking about symbols and how symbols relate to people and why people put symbol where they put it. You know, if you go to Europe, almost every crevice and corner have a statue or an emblem or even a stone that represent something of the past in the history of the people them who put it there. Now, we come to this juncture here now and we are said to the Governor General, because it's we're not attacking the person. We're not attacking the person. We're attacking the Governor General. Because there have been many Governor Generals. And we know that this Governor General is not the first Governor General to wear that insignia. Now that we have come to the realization that this is a part of Britain's symbol of power over black people, given that the picture that we're looking at is a white man standing in the neck of a black man who lay down upon the ground like George Floyd. We don't want the Governor General, this government can tell you now, say we have to wait at his pleasure. Because that is all the matter, say, well, he will look into it. I don't know what is there to look into. I don't know why well, I guess him have to go contact him bigger boss them in England and say, boy, Queenie, the nigga them don't find out. The nigga them don't find out something, you know, we have to go figure out what we're going to do about it. It cannot be that in England, them pulling down all these statues representing white supremacy. A lot of the universities is now apologizing for their part that they have played in slavery. The University of Glasgow decided that they are going to compensate or what we call give reparation to the University of the West Indies for the part they played. I think them say £20 million or something like that. It cannot be that you have some people out there now, some niggas going to say they know that they did it all the while, never do nothing, so why don't do something now? Okay. Where you don't know will hurt you. Where you don't know, don't tell me about where you don't know now hurt you. Where you don't know will hurt you. And we are saying the more symbols like these that we see, is the more we must attack the symbols. Because it represents a certain thinking and a certain train of thought that an angel is white and the worst part, the devil, is black. And the angel have him foot in the devil, the black man neck, like George Floyd. So we are saying, we don't want the Governor General, after it bring to my attention now, come tell we say, him going to look into it. Well, we are saying, we'll look into it because we know how it feel. Because him going to never even know say there. Because him just like a puppet to the colonial masters them in England. Them just give it for wear as part of him power. That is what it is. These insignias is part of your power. Yeah, man, when a man give you an insignia, you know, you have about 5, 6 insignias, it's part of power. You feel like, yes, you're somebody. You have on all these things. You represent the queen and whosoever. It's like a sergeant major. You know, so he's a sergeant major, so you move up. So you have something that represents the sergeant major, which is an insignia. You understand? So here we are saying now. We catch them. We find out. We find out and we are trying to shed our past colonial history. And part of the colonial history is the Governor General. Where we are called for the removal of the Governor General. Remember, Portia did say she had the Queen of Jamaica. Portia said she had the Queen of Jamaica. And she was going to move the Governor General. And here with them I tell you, them I say, boy, it will cost too much. And this, it's not costing nothing. It's not costing nothing. Because same like how them put Buster statue and Manly statue downtown there. And them have Queen Victoria statue. Queen Victoria statue there is a long time. They must move the name of Victoria Pier. A long time we are called that. Move the name. Because Marcus Garvey is the most popular man come through that pier. When them deport him and bring him forward to Jamaica, it's true that pier come, Victoria Pier. A whole heap of people don't know, so Victoria Pier was named after Queen Victoria. That same woman who sent a whole heap of ship go Africa to go get African people and turn them in a slave. All the name them for the who asked a youth to go to school, St. Mary parish name after Portland. or St. Elizabeth, or St. Anne, Trelawney. It's people who did live names so. But white people, in order to have a continuity in them lie and them supremacy over people, when them colonize people, them put the name. Where do you think New York come from? New York is just a York in England. It's just a York. And most of the places them where you see in America was named by the British who got wickedly thief the name for the American them land. You don't have no name, have no American. And when I say American, I mean Native American, big. Manhattan. Manhattan is an island. And it was sold for $25. One of the biggest real estate scam ever. $25. And we are saying symbols represent a people. Symbols represent history. Symbols don't teach about history. But it helps you to know that there are certain things that happen in history that you can claim as something. Claim it. And we are saying, we find out. We find out that there's a symbol that represents our colonial past that we don't need to have a governor general and all the mascot things them when we wear upon him chest that represent Queen Elizabeth the First, Victoria, all of the Queen them, King James. So, you're the biggest part right now. You're the biggest part right now, which is that now why aggravate some niggers. And we are saying niggers and both it's slave because that is what they are. Hear it now. One of the greatest symbols that represent white supremacy. For how much years now? I can't have a count. One of the greatest symbols that represent white supremacy and have the biggest grip over the minds of black people is the white Jesus. The white Jesus. Put away the statue of Victoria. Put away the statue of Cecil Rhodes. I will soon come to the Cecil Rhodes argument. But put away the statue of Cecil Rhodes. Put away any statue. The statue of Jesus is the most. That statue represents the heights of white supremacy in the minds of black people. So when I take them down, now that we are tiptoe and I come to a realization. We are tiptoe. You know, I mean, the slave mill a turn, but it's still a turn still. Now that we realize it, because I feel vindicated, I feel vindicated, you know. I tell you, I feel vindicated, you know why? Because all where we are going as I know, Rasta, did I tell you about it? And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. All of the things them, where you say are happening as I know. Rasta come up with this thing and say, look here, you know, if you eat good food, you know, if you eat good food, you know, if you really deal with health, you know, if you deal with natural things. Now we are talking about black consciousness and what white supremacy has done to us. White supremacy, the leader of white supremacy, is not an individual person that is sitting on the earth today, but it's a symbol that has been planted anywhere you go. That the white man don't have to tell you must put up that picture. You voluntarily go buy a picture in the blood of the lamb, wash yourself in that blood, and every time you close your eyes. How much time we say that in the past 30 years? I can't recall the time. Every time you close your eye, no care how conscious you is, No care how black you is. No care how whatever you is. And you pray to Jesus. Is a white man in your head. And then you have some Christians that say, well, the color don't matter. If the color don't matter, how is it that him always white? The people them who it a talk about, the color of those people is not the color of where you have by your picture, by your thing. That man look like a hippie coming from the 60s. Like a hippie where him no start take drugs yet. From California in a Berkeley and them place there. Black people, you know, we do an experiment. We do an experiment one time, you know. We go. I think it's a school in Germany, you know. A school in Germany. We go to school in Germany and we talk to some youth. I will tell them, say, must draw a picture of Jesus. And all of them draw somebody will look like them. I will look like the picture where me know represent Jesus. We go to school in a, what is school the name again? A Magatiar, what are them school? In a St. Up another hill there, anyway. And we ask you them the same thing. And the same picture where the German youth them draw is the same picture. And these youth, it's not, them not exposed to all like Kingston and foreign, you know. Them not exposed to foreign, them not exposed to Kingston. And some country youth in a high school that draw a picture of Jesus. And it's the same picture where the youth them in a Germany draw as Jesus. That is how deep the thing is. Because there's no youth in a Jamaica, in a private school or primary school. If you put up two pictures over there so and say, which one of them look more like Jesus? You could have drawn a black man a little more. Him not going to look on it. That is how deep the thing is. So, may I ask now, I may ask even the people when we are talking about black life, this and black life, that and yeah, them find a newfound love now, them blackness. Yeah, everybody, them matter about the American, them know why listen to me. Who not ready to take down the white Jesus? That is what I ask. Who not ready to take down the white Jesus off of the wall and throw it in some fire? Just build up a big fire in front of the White House and throw all of them pictures there in the fire and forget about it, because image matters. Image. And image is very important to the scheme of things. We have to know that. We have to know how image reflect upon people. That's why I don't give credence when a man tell me say God make man in his own image. I ask the question, so what image he make the cow in now? Or the goat? Or the pig? What was he looking at to make the goat? What was he looking at to make the cow? These are those things that people come up with to perpetuate a certain thinking that you can't find the truth for yourself. You can't find the truth for yourself continuously when you follow these little things and start to use their understanding, their logics to define yourself. That is what you're doing. Because if you come up with something, I'm not going to say, where you get that from? And you say, no. Yeah, but from myself, me get it. Myself. And man, I'm going to tell you, say, but that no fat, that no fit the logic. Who for logics it don't fit? Who fit? Whose logics it fit? When I tell you, say, Emperor Selassie is the Almighty, and you say no. What you say no based up half? You say no based up half of the logic that was put in your head to say this is impossible, this is ridiculous. Rastaman, you're an idiot. Mutabaruka, me think it have more sense than that. But whose logic is who giving you that logic? You know how much millions are God in India? Millions. The population of India must be about 1 billion people. A man over here, so your neighbor go to over worship the same God, and the next neighbor over there so now worship the same God. But in the Western world, we define everything through the eyes of white people. White people. But here we are saying now. Every day you carry a bucket go well, one day the bucket bottom must drop out. Today for you, tomorrow for me. And all you see the madness and stupidity of black people are going like them an idiot. It must change. Must change. It now goes so forever, ever, you know. It must change. It's how much picture me see now, how much video people send me and show me how white people are cuss white people. And I said this and I said that. It's like them never know it to go on. I'm say weird. Then you feel say, we just say that say, what will I say all the while for years? You see, it's too vindictive. Black people not looking for kill white people, you know. Black people don't, as a matter of fact, black people just want to have justice and peace in them community and them neighborhood without fear or favor. They want to move. But we know and we understand, according to what John Henry Clark said, powerful people will never educate powerless people in what it means to take the power away from them. Because the aim of powerful people is to stay powerful by any means necessary. And we see some bossy slave, jacket and tie niggers around the place. And no care where you see a go on. Them still a go hold on pa where them a hold on pan. Because it is so ingrained and embedded within them. Me I tell you. But you are. It never goes so all a while. You push a dog around for so long. One day that dog going to turn and bite you. And we look like say it's biting time, you know. Really and truly. Biting time. Because one little incident is like a ripple. You ever throw a stone per water top yet? Or when you're a picnic, you stand up on the seashore and you turn sideways and skim the stone on the top of the water. And you just make some circle, go. So I saw it go. Where is our icons? Where is our symbols of defiance, of justice? There's so much, but yet still there's so little symbols. We go down a Heroes Park. Did you know that Heroes Park was one called George VI Memorial Park? I don't know if they bury it. They call it George VI Memorial Park. No, it got through another one named Race Course, because them used to have a race down there. And now it is which part them choose to put our icons, people who we can relate to, like Marcus Garvey, like Miss Louise Bennett, Paul Bogle, Nanny, you know, and the list goes on. Why should we not take down those symbols of injustice? Why should we not take down those symbols that is there to remind a group of people that we have the power and not you? Why is it, will we see there's a new party that is forming in Jamaica to run against the two parties them that are there now. And then the two parties is made up of mostly the clergy, pastors and all these people. Then the majority of people in it is part of the clergy. Are these people ready and willing to take down the white Jesus out of them church? Are they willing? These church people, do you know that the Pope, the ruler of the Western world as it relates to them spiritual guidance, the vicar of Christ, infallible, do you know that him have a black Mary in the Vatican where him bow down to and say him Holy Mary? Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us is known. Did you know that the Roman Catholic Church say Mary is the Mother of God? Holy Mary, Mother of God. it is unbelievable that you could have even figured that out or can't figure it out. But the Roman Catholic Church see Mary as the mother of God. And guess what? She is. Because that is an ancient Egyptian philosophy. Isis, Horus, and Osiris is an ancient Isis philosophy. That Isis is the mother of Horus, which represents today them so-called Jesus. So those stories that you see planted in the Bible, it's not original stories. It's stories from other stories that come from other stories, which when them take it become a lie. Story again. So when the man say, Holy Mary, Mother of God, and other people say, Mary no have no, God no have no mother. But in the deep recesses of his mind, him know where he must say. Because of him give Jesus. It's him give Jesus. The concept of Jesus that we have today, at least that Christians have today, have nothing to do with a man who lived 2,000 years ago. And we keep teaching the children and children and children, and it can't stop. The cycle of white supremacy cannot stop. If the parents, them who come after the parents, them who come after, maintain that same thinking and extend it to them children continuously. And some of them know says lie too, but you say, them grow up, come here, them mother say it and them grandmother say it. You know, according to the story, we're gone by the morning, can't go good evening. No go so. We're gone by the morning, you fix it in the afternoon and work it out in the evening. It just so it go. Where I say, we have to work out these things, you know, because it will show how. Because logically, we're not supposed to be there as black people, as African people, we weren't supposed to be there. With all the things them throw that way. We still survive. We survive with the most gruesome thing, the transatlantic slave trade. When we come on here, we survive the gruesome of whipping, lashing, all sort of thing. Anywhere the Europeans go, them give we hell. Not only we neither now, we are talking about the Aboriginal them and we are talking about the Native American. Now they are planning to give the John Wayne Airport in California a new name. Because I don't know how much you know that. John Wayne, which is a big actor, mostly cowboy show, 100 odd movie them same act, was a serious racist. He makes some statement against the Native American them that you will never believe. Some man say, why the Native American them have too much land, where them do with so much land, and them want land. And they come to the people them. They come to the people them and take with the land. Now John Wayne is under scrutiny. John Wayne, that great cowboy, tall cowboy man, where always shoot people and kill Indian. Him say, why them want so much land? And them want land. Now you see now, and them have the land now, and the Native American now have to move one side up a reservation or some little creepy corner, or they're way up in the north near Canada and I get either commit suicide. The biggest suicide rate is amongst Native American them. Some of them move through the crack and go get them go casinos and get big. But from my go Manhattan, I never see a family of Native Americans that walk in Manhattan. And Manhattan was for them own. Manhattan was theirs. The statue of Liberty, it come from France. It's France it come from. It's not American something. It's France. And then put it there. Representing now liberty and justice. Well, which part of liberty and justice there? When now we see white man announcers, and what them call the presenters upon TV, I cry. White man. I don't fault me about so much of them I cry. I look on the news and I see white women are busting at tears when them start to talk about the jail thing and talk about the history of black people in America. tears come at them eye. That me I say, wow, welcome to the club, man. I mean, I will welcome them to the club neither. You know, you look on it now, you say, but wait, do you mean say, thanks, give thanks to who make iPhone? A Bill Gates? Or a job? A job billing. Him dead now, don't it? We give thanks to that brother. We give thanks to job, because you know. You see that thing there, that little thing what they call iPhone, Rasta? You can't believe it, man. Because you see that picture was sinking at the world head, that little picture there, with the man neck under the man knee, and the man had say, mother, when want him mother, like him a cry for him mother to her, you know, that's the big man a ball for him mother, you know. Eh? The man lay down underneath the man knee, and I say, him can't breathe. Him can't breathe, and the man just tighten it on him neck. Me I look on the picture upon the insignia upon the governor general. And me I look on the white angel, have him foot over upon the black angel neck. You can just imagine the black angel down there and say, I mean him George Floyd, you know, but it's a different era. Do you know that in the time to come and see me, you're going to see me when I come back, you know, you're going to do me the same thing when I come back. How the hell? We are crying. The Native Americans, the Aboriginal people, anywhere, all over the world, when you look on indigenous people, them feel the hands and the feet and the whipping and the lashing and the pain and the agony of the same group of people. And them just stand up, and people say, "What them are idiot? They make the white man stand up and them that them why them not fight back." We did fight back. We still fighting back. The way you call this, you know, a fight back, this, you know. But it never come like how people did expect it to come. You know, see, it never come like how you expect it to come. That's why you know, say you can't plan a revolution. You know, see it. Revolution come from how people together feel about a situation and decide say enough is enough. And then you have other people now upon the edge of the periphery of the whole thing, you know, I say, boy, right now, enough is enough, you know. Me not black, you know, but boy, I may tell you that picture they really sinking and made, you know. Yeah. Mr. Job, anyway, you there, man, L.I.F. man. Trust me. May I declare you honorary black. Like when they used to call me honorary white in South Africa. Eh? Because look where I'm going, man. They make that hole, that choking hole, not George Floyd, no, the other one where the man choking anywhere. That choking hole is now illegal, you know. They make that illegal for police to that now, you know. That is a new thing now, legislated, you know, say police can't do that again in America. Can't do it again. Just that hole. They are defunding the police. That means they must say too much money I go to the police force. They must channel the money somewhere else. It's a thing I go on. But me will come back to it. Me will say now, how much of these Black Lives Matters people, how much Jamaican who are run up and down and say, yes, the insignia and the white man upon the white man neck and this and that, and yeah, too much, yeah, we have to take down Queen Victoria statue and all them something there. How much are we ready to take down the image of Jesus? How much are we? How much are we ready to take it down? Because the Governor General, the Prime Minister, Peter Phillips, and the people them who follow them, all of them, scared, afraid, because them know that them don't have nothing to replace it with. Them don't have nothing to replace that image with, because they have so embedded in it. Yet, I and I was brave enough as a people who was despised and rejected in a society. We was brave enough to replace that picture. Replace it with a man out of Africa will look like we. And say, yes, at him we are praised. Instead of that image there, we don't have nothing to do with we. And we them look upon we as idiot and stupid. And them going still look upon we as idiot and stupid. Them not going to stop. But who care? Who care? Remember them say Haile Selassie is dead? And them say, yes. You remember me used to the pan bus and say, yes, Rasta, your God dead, where you going to know? Look there. Rasta get enough. And my question to them, but look how long when you say Jesus dead and you still praise him and I worship him. And then I say, him soon come. No, Jesus not come back nowhere. It's a joke business. We say that non-apologetically, and we boldly say that. And we just say, it is a great feeling to know the things where you say over and over. And people say, why Muta, not changing the way I taught them things. Look how long you have to them things and this and that. Look how long you have to them things and not happen. That is what you think. Who that you know say the day that come when people, not just black people now, all different kind of people would have go around Liverpool and draw down statue. Go around in a South Africa and draw down statue. Go down in a where the place the name in a South and draw down some of them Confederate statue. And police not trouble them. Who that you know say them days that come? But what? You see, when you have something and you know say, well, where you deal with is a just cause, you don't give up on the cause, man. You continue. Because we realize, look how much people dead for this. Look how much black people come and show with certain things and dead. Who not get assassinated, get just dead. But the struggle continue. Because it don't finish. Until Africans free. And we know freedom when we see it, you know. It's not something we're going to go on forever and ever, so let it be. We know freedom when we see it. We're not idiot. We're not stupid. Even though some of us go like we're stupid. And some of it is stupid. But we know freedom when we see it.
Part 2. And notice, when election the near, the cannies them come around with one bag of chattings to seduce the masses with them flowers coated tongue. Action answer, beautiful speaking, can't help jam down. The last time me check, promises did make, taxes collect, all I know poverty can't go down yet. Our politicians and them friends alone want to have the good things them. The good house them and the good car them. You fi see the money them spending. The Kyle tick like Sightman dumpling. Just out and stunting, not working. Hear them now, away walk ago. A them run things. The education man there never read between the lines. Right in front of my eyes, fully dunce was on the rise. The only thing on his mind was the dollar sign. It's no coincidence, cruel and him first name rhymes, allegedly. Down to the rules of the schools, the crooks use them higher senses for Bennett. Mr. Speaker, you see in a real life, between the two color, none no better. All them doing is playing tit for tat. One desperate and a fret, so him a just so chat. The other one, bank book is getting fat. According to him wife, him is bringing sexy back. While crime and violence escalating and the public hospitals under attack. under rat attack. Alibaba and the 40 thieves behind the budget steering wheel, driving the country over a precipice. If them not shadow the brakes, we going have to usher them out of parliament quick, quick, quick. And the whole of we know how. So can I get a wow? Wow. Can I get a wow? Wow. Let me talk up the things them. The state don't care about the people who are struggling. If them life in danger and them call the police, them say them can't come cause them don't have no vehicle. Make dance a keep. Make dance a keep and it go 1 minute over. You see radio car, motorbike and helicopter. You goodly see the commissioner. Pure generalship. Only the poor alone them can trick. Next thing on the list is this. The pulpit is supposed to pull the people from the pit. Instead, you have predator pastors preaching, using prayers as excuse to pray and little picnic. When parents can't find food or parent, the pedos them come out with gifts and all these things. And by the congregation open them eye, trouble dead. 13-year-old girls pregnant by some big grey tone waist man who need to go hold them position. Hold them position. We're living in the age of the strange. Things change. These youths here we are born nowadays are from them reach 12. Them a walk with 16 for hand you. Them we thief anything from cell phone to Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's frightening. As a people, we behaving like savage. We psyche damage. Jamaica is bleeding. No sir, me can't manage. More while, me have to get valedictory. Use piece of cloth, sap up the blood, just for keep me sanity. No disrespect to Edna Manley.
Continent with Mutabaruka. We are listening to our elements. In the ear, continent. The end, the end.
All rise. Judge 1,000 years presiding. Your Honor, we have here Mr. Religious Belief and his henchman, Mr. Denomination. Mr. Religious Belief! Mr. Religious Belief! Please take the stand.
I am noticing that there's a new prosecutor here.
Yes, Your Honor. After the last trial, other prosecutor had to resign. Your Honor, I think both the gentlemen should take the stand at the same time, considering the magnitude of charges against them.
Mr. Religious Belief and Mr. Denomination, I see where you also have been promising black people, but you are even worse than the politicians. You promise them good living after they die. Yes, you say their reward is in heaven. It would appear to me that both of you have been to heaven already and have gotten yours. The charges are too numerous to mention here. For over 500 years, you have been wanted from ever since you sent your relative here. Yes, I am talking about same Christopher Columbus.
Your Honor, the name is Christopher Columbus.
Hush up! Columbus, Combusus, it don't matter. He did come trick us. It was you who went to the Americas and Africa with your doctrine of civilizing the savages. You taught black people to pray with their eyes closed. When they opened them, you had their land and they had the Bible. With the Bible and gun, you robbed, raped, murdered our foreparents in the name of Jesus. You have divided black people into groups, causing them to distrust each other. The first charge is for misleading black people into their colorblind blindness. You have black people worshiping everything white as good. White Jesus, white winged angels, white Christmas. Even the songs talk about whiter than snow I long to be.
Bible did say, though your sins be like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
So, you're trying to tell me that if my sins are white instead of scarlet, God will accept my sins? And by the way, Michelangelo painting of his uncle. For years, black people keep revering this picture as the true picture of Christ. All your religious holidays originate in Europe. Everything in heaven is white. Everything in hell is black. It's a lucky thing Jamaicans start to visit hell and really see for themselves.
Your Honor, if I may be allowed to speak, our divine and beloved Father, Pope.
Shut up!
Dope or pope, I will not allow you to ask any questions here. I have never heard anyone ask you any questions in one of your church services. You are also charged for collecting money under false pretense. You keep saying the church have no money, yet every little open land have a tent for a few months, then a massive building later. Did not your Bible say that your body is the temple of God?
Your Honor, Mr. Denomination has been collecting money from people, saying that he can get them into Miami via the Bahamas through the guise of Christian crusade. To such a scheme, people have been jailed, sir, trying to reach Miami.
What? I thought you were trying to get them to heaven via your church. You are also charged for misinterpretation. You have twisted the Bible to suit white supremacy. You have taken stories and quotes from other books, much older than the Bible, and made them into myths. Have you ever read the Egyptian Book of the Dead?
The what?
It is because of you why the DJs have no respect for our black women. You have painted a picture of women as the originator of sin. You have made women look inferior in all your religious books. You have been preaching a sexist doctrine to our people. From Eve till now, you have blamed women for the downfall of the world. You blame Delilah for Samson's stupidity. You have even placed sin and sex, saying that Mary was a virgin all her life. With these images, what do you expect from our people? You even have the earth as only 6,000 years old. Maybe the history of Europe is only 6,000 years, but black people have been here long before. Long before.
Your Honor.
Hush up! Didn't I tell you not to interrupt? You shall get an extra 1,000 years for contempt of court.
Your Honor, there's a certain denomination that has been given legal status here. That said denomination has been preaching for years that black people cannot enter heaven. Yet their recruiters travel around on bicycles, 2 by 2, trying to win souls.
I have heard of this. I hear that they call themselves Church of the Latter-day Saints of Jesus Christ, or morons.
The word is Mormons, Your Honor. You have to understand that things change.
Hush up! Understand? Black people have been under the stand for centuries. These morons or Mormons, as you call them, should never be allowed into a country that is predominantly black to preach about God. You have been collaborating with the politicians to trick black people. You have branded voodoo and obi and all African-oriented traditions as paganism. Yet you have the people going to church trying to drink the blood of Jesus and eat his flesh. And I did hear you teaching them to pray, and I quote, "Lead us not into temptation." It is you they should be asking to lead them not into temptation. When since the Lord lead people into temptation that you should be asking him not to do it?
That was a slight misinterpretation.
Remember the baker. Remember the one who was swagging hearts. Remember the one who was using his mouth to orally rob her. All of these were collecting souls under false pretense.
And just deal with certain things and certain issues that maybe scare some people, but we have to say it. And just like how now we say white people, hey, watch a man, if you have a white friend and you can't sit down and talk about certain issues like the black experience, you really, I know your friend, you know. No. It means him kinda in a female world and him not care about what him people them, the your people them. And a Jew sit down with you and him not afraid to talk about where the German do to film people them. That him all have museum, Holocaust museum in Washington, where remind you of the atrocities was done to the Jews. We are the only group of people. Anytime we start talking about where it was done to our ancestors, you hear people say, "Cho, that's a long time thing." Where you talk about them long time thing for? Long time thing, what? It still happen now in a different form and different level. And what did happen then? We have not been, it is not recognized that if you do some people something like that, you're supposed to apologize over a period of time. You're the queen say, in answer to the Rastafari brethren them, the queen say, when slavery was in effect, it wasn't illegal. Not about Queen Elizabeth II said that, you know. when slavery was in effect, it wasn't illegal. And you cannot now charge people for something 100 or 400 years ago that wasn't illegal and blame and put it on them now for deal with it. Yet still, England riches, and to be precise, come off at Jamaica. The richest man in Europe, him named Beckford, him did have slave plantation and cane field in a Jamaica, yeah. And him export him wealth them to England and become the richest man in England. Beckford, the slave owner in Jamaica. Google him and you will see what I talk about for those of the younger people. Liverpool was a port for Africans coming from this part of the world. Liverpool. Most of the places that was built in Liverpool was built at the hands of slave labor. So when you hear a man talk about, it gone a long time. A whole heap of the bank them that exists right now, and a whole heap of the company them that exists right now, is being paid compensation for lost labor. The slave owners them in the plantation, they must give them £20 million for money, as money for loss of labor. The Africans them got nothing. And a whole heap of the companies them know that exist and the universities in America and all this place was on the backs of African people. So don't talk about, just like when the Prime Minister of England did come here, when they talk about this long time thing and we have to move on. Of course we're moving on, so we are moving on. But black people find themselves in a situation where every time we move, it's like something run at the back and we shut a hole way back and I say, where you go, where you go, where you go. And then we're mind not stable. We're mind not stable. Them wash our brains and wash out all the things that we're supposed to make it meaningful and purposeful for fight and struggle for our freedom and liberation. Because when them doing that slavery with our fathers and mothers, we know and we understand where we're going. So we the field slaves. We the field slaves. If master house a burn down, we're not going to say we house a burn down. As a matter of fact, we could have go for some dry cane and throw up on the fire. So we not going to go on like say this and go on like say that. We come here so now and we say, Marcus Garvey say Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. And Marcus Garvey dead in England, dead in England from stroke, left Jamaica, and when he turned back, when them asked him anything about joke, him said, no, I'm in Jamaica, Ridiculous. Marcus Garvey said about Jamaica. Because I realized, say, they have some bossy slave on here somewhere. Them not ready, and them still not ready. The system of government where I work with you, so it's not ready to absorb the African mind. It's not, and the African mind is the liberating element that is missing when we talk about a revolution, which is change. Because that is what revolution means, change. And we come to grips with the whole understanding of self. Or we see self as a people. Because we have been so dehumanized that we behave to one another like animals. Even when we have fun, it looks like we are creatures of a lesser God. But it's human beings. Not care what them say. Them say we are 3/5 human. Have you ever listened to all of? When I say all, I mean all of the American national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. Google it and get a copy of it and read it. Because it was not written as a national anthem. It was written by a long time man, I don't remember what his name, Keys or something, who did have slaves, who never liked slaves, who did a fight. He never write it for an anthem, he write it as a poem. And it became about 100 odd years after them adapt it as them anthem, Star Spangled Banner. Read it, and you will see what it say about black people in that thing. You ever hear about Amazing Grace? Sing it to yourself and see if you not call yourself that save a wretch like you. The man never talk, the man who write it is a white man, he never talk about the whole people. He write a poem for himself. The whole heap of Africans who him take from Africa and put on him ship and him start to get converted. He must sing about slave, or Amazing Grace, how sweet that save a wretch like me. He was a slave, he was profiting half our African people. And he might console himself with a poem and say, slave a wretch like him. That's why you must not read things and look at it from the viewpoint of the reader. You have to look at the viewpoint of the person who write it or who experience it. Because most black people, so them read the Bible. Them read the Bible not after the people them who experience what is said, but from you, the point of view of you who reading it. So when you hear the Bible say, there are many here that shall not see death. We are say, they don't know some people now go see death before Jesus come. It's not so. It's Jesus turn up and talk to the people them in front time. And then say there are many here, meaning say at the time when he had said there was many there that will not see death until the Son of Man appear. We who come 2,000 years after, I read it and I say there are many here that shall not see death until the Son of Man come. It's your business. Because even him say it and the Son of Man never come. 2,000 after him still not come. And that is written as gospel in the Bible. So we can't say how the crisscross come, the crisscross, miscross and all sorts of crosses and become crosses. And we don't know if it decipher all of these symbolic little intricacies that them teach you, because most of we don't understand say people write things and people write things. Who believe in Batman? Batman is a comic story by DC Comics, but them put him in a real place. The place where them put Batman exists. The place where them put Batman exists. Gotham, there is a Gotham City. It exists. So why you feel say the man them can't write about somebody in a place where exists and him don't exist? It's joke business. It's totally joke business. It's a joke. Anyway, we're going to come forward. We're going to come forward because it needs to be addressed, and we're going to keep saying it over and over, just like when we say everything else over and over. We don't afraid to repeat itself. Talking about decolonization, alien images, and that's the topic we're upon. Images and symbols. There's a book named Man and His Symbols by a man named Joseph Campbell. And I recommend you read a book there, Man and His Symbols by Joseph Campbell. The man will show you how symbols is used to reflect times, things and places. We don't understand that. You see a statue, but the statue represents something that is subliminal in your consciousness. Yes, subliminal. And we don't understand that people put things in a certain places and it have a subliminal message that it projects in your brains. You know, you have a discipline in a China named feng shui. And feng shui talk about the positioning of things in your house, your bed and your dining table and all them things. How you position it in your house, and the relationship between how you feel in your house and how you react to things surrounding yourself. Feng shui, you can go Google that too. Because we don't understand that. We get caught up in our food, clothes and shelter so much that the other things them that is suppressing way. Because I see them food and clothes and shelter the way we are search for. We could not get it if we didn't understand other things. If we didn't understand other things, we could not get it. But certain things it put in front of we, behind we, and it subtly seep into our consciousness, in our brains. And we get lost, confused. Symbols, the stoplight, symbol, control you. It tell you when to stop, when to get ready to move, and when to move. Just a stoplight, just 3 colors. It's much better than if a man is up and say, go on. So you gotta say you can't hear him. There's a time when police will stand up in the middle of the road with a big white gloves on them and give direction. And it creates confusion. You want to see that play out, go to Nigeria. Go to Nigeria in Lagos and you see how that play out. When a policeman stand up in the middle of the road and a direct 4 lane of traffic a come from east side. And when him tells some must move and him give them the way for go. Sometimes the traffic don't let so buck up. And the other one them can't move. That means stoplight too. But the stoplight sometimes is more precise than the police in the middle of the road. That is symbols. Symbols is when you go on the highway and you see a little triangle on a yellow sign, and with a little thing a roll along the sign, and you know say, oh, okay, the material say rock liable for roll off the hill up here so. It not say nothing, you know, it not say nothing at all, it just show you something. It just show you. Symbol is when you show, put an arrow and you point the arrow the direction where the person must go, and they must know so well the arrow show them where to go. Symbols, very important. That means if you can't talk, you have to see, because you can't blind and not drive. So you see, and you can't read, but you see. And those symbols represent a universal language. The symbols represent a universal language. And that is really where we are working with us now. We are working with when the symbols become an enemy. We are working when the symbols become, it is used to elevate one race of people over the next. That is what we are talking about. Or we use symbols to maintain a certain power over people. People used to frighten when you are picking with certain things. People put a sheet over themselves and say a duppy as a duppy see, and them never say duppy yet, but them say them a create a symbol of a duppy. And duppy is supposed to be, you can't see it, but you still man in a conniving and sneaking way for frighten children. We draw a duppy and put a sheet over them, and then put the sheet over the duppy, them say so duppy stay. And that imprint and embedded in the child mind. So this is how somebody who dead look. White sheet. And remember sound woo, and everybody gets scared when they hear that sound there. But not go so. But man create those things. It's symbolism. Symbolism control people. Symbolism it's subliminal in your psyche. That years after you think about it, years after, and it come in your DNA, and your grandmother, and your great-grandmother, and you come with the same thinking. And it flourish as part of them power base, them power structure, where them use to control people. Powerful people will never educate powerless people in what it means to take the power away from them. Because the aim of powerful people is to stay powerful by any means necessary. That is John Henry Clark. You have a man named Steve Biko. Him say, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. How much time you can repeat that? How much time you can repeat that? Many times I will not stop repeating. Yeah, it's like a stock record. Because we don't have nothing new to say, you know. Because all we are saying now, we say the same thing for how much years now, but it's a different way. Because which new song make? No new song no make. And the same words you might use and turn it in a different way. How much love song you can make now? Every love song where represent a certain aspect of love between a man and a woman have been made already. You can't make another new song, but you can use the same concept and turn it and twist it around and make it sound like it's a new thing. But it's not a new thing. It sounds new to the ears who now listen. You know which time you hear tune and I say, but wait, it's the same subject. Every subject is a subject. You can't say nothing new. You can't say nothing new again. Everything that was said has been said before. But it's just that it not stop travel. The first word will start, will echo in the cosmos. It not stop travel. If it didn't stop travel, it wouldn't exist again. And if it didn't stop travel, you couldn't come say the same thing. Because when it travel, it don't stop. And it connect. It connect. That's why everybody recognize at stoplight. The man who did originate is a black man originate a stoplight. Black man originate that. And a man that did a long time, but guess what? The stoplight still control the world. It control how traffic move on street and lanes and highways and byways. The stoplight control you. And you can be arrested if you don't obey it. And you can dead too if you don't obey it. That is how it goes. So don't underestimate man and his symbols. Don't underestimate it. It's something that we need to figure out and understand how the powerful use it to maintain power continuously. You know, we see them release a man out of prison today. We're there for 50 years. Him is now 70. I think him is now 71. 50 years him in there and him never got a court and get charged. Even though him saying they commit murder. Now, when you really look on them something like that, say, is where I go on. Our man can get lost in the system and is waiting on the pleasure of the Governor General. I am saying to the DPP that they must release all of those people who is in prison that them said they left for 30 years without trial and 50 years without trial. Much more than there, enough more than there. Can you imagine? I hear the man talk today and I say, wow, the man there in prison for 50 years and them not try him. Them get lost in the system. And I think back and I look upon it and I say, but me couldn't face that. Me couldn't face that because you know in yourself. That alone is a mad you. That alone is a mad you. But there's no way the people them in there over 30 are there because you have them say 15 more people in there were over 30 and you have man in there were longer than 50 years. What kind of system that? And we see the government decide to them to start another, what them call it, state of emergency in the place. And what the thing say, them did have a plan. We think say them did have a plan, but them not have no plan. Them just say them have plan. Them have plan to come tell you about them go build up this and build up that in your community and give a job and all them something there. Them just have said that. Them just have said that. Them are some crook and ginal continuously. We're going to play about this tune, you know. A different version of the same tune because this is one of the brothers them will start the madness. Yeah, and we get for you have a statue of him in a St. Anne. You have a statue of this man you will song I talk about in a St. Anne. Who are your Aboriginal named Corey Harris, you know, a Rasta Aboriginal who is a blues artist. We had the pleasure of doing a performance with him with some African artists. And it was wonderful. I have the tape somewhere, you know. It's really a wonderful thing when an artist from Mali, an artist from America, this Virginia, even them come from America to me, with the pan state, Arrested Development, the Virgin them from America, Arrested Development. It's really a beautiful thing when we're there in front of thousands of people and the whole of it just improvise. Just improvise. And when we done the Virgin, give me that tune, it's Burning Spear original tune, but may I tell you, it's touching. It's touching when them sing it. Touching. Very touching. Symbols the whole night and how it relates to African people and them thinking and how it influences we subliminally. Yeah.
Yeah, Muta. Well, the people at the want about I man them, you know, like a man will get free today.
The man, the same time the old man.
Yeah, I them the man them want to talk about for a while because you want on a motor, all of a man in a jail like that in a motor because let me just start off my part of conversation to say, you remember when they used to talk about back in the days when we were young and it was just a boy, policeman is the boy the more last in our system. The more last.
Yeah, we used to say that.
You see what I say? And then in a motor, a police boy will ask in the system because you're just bad in a certain kind of way. And a police boy will ask you up a St. Catherine and carry you go to St. Mary.
And nobody don't know say that, so.
Alright, I just you get lost in the motor. You just carry go to St. Mary and say, I murder him, commit man, lock him out this man, this won't come back to him.
Yeah. But not talking about that. Them have some man in there to carry him go to court. But them have to wait for the Governor General decide, say, alright, carry him go to court. And right. The Governor General go down and remember.
Some of them the Governor General and know about motor until today motor. That is flag. Until today motor, some of them man they okay then go to jail dead. Yeah, of course. Right now we want third investigation motor. Right now motor we want to know the paperwork for murder when they say them did commit. Motor I want to pay them man the motor. I
say them should get compensated immediately. Some of the COVID money should have some of the tourist money should have transferred to them.
Motor, this attack a big army on your motor. Motor, we want a third investigation. Me, the right to come talk to them say, well then, a man, a certain man thing I forget, map out and read because they forget job and read. We don't reach there for yet, the right chuck. Well, we don't reach there for yet. We are here with the prison thing, the right chuck. A man in a jail right now, the right chuck. When they're in there, right there, so we don't know. We don't reach there for man thing to get map out yet.
No, not agree with you.
But we
no, right now. Them feel like them man.
That's on the table. We have something else on the table where you not talk about yet, Mr. Chuck.
Yeah, me agree. You feel Lego them man and know them feel Lego. Nobody carry them go around go figure out if them forget Lego.
We want a deep investigation motor. Enough man, any man with no paper in there for motor because we know you know the motor. We know you know let them go now.
Yeah. I agree with you, man.
From the point can't find a paperwork. We don't make paperwork now, and then paperwork is about them compensation. We want some active liar on our motor. We want some human rights liar now. We want some human rights liar on our motor. So get active now.
I agree, man. Totally agree.
I just of my argument, the nation motor.
Yeah.
Me no criminal no motor. We don't look man, you know, and when the man they reach there no motor. Right in the motor, you know, so you know get locked up. So when you know you get locked up, you're not in a motor. You're right when you get mad in a motor, you're instantly.
That me I say, man, I jail for 50 years, I must get mad, man.
All right, motor. Before the 50 years, in a 2 weeks after you get locked up, you know, so you don't motor, you're mad.
But that don't go no say no do nothing. You're supposed to go to court and them no care you go to court.
Oh, you know, most mad motor.
And your family come there and them not give no justice, so your family there. You know, there's a thing.
Family, them don't know you did there. Them don't know you're there.
No, man, them know. Wait. You see the one with dead, you know? Wait, hold on. You see the one with dead January? The woman said she go there once every month, you know, but because she did have to make some foreign move and thing. She kind of ease up because she aware. But she used to visit him every month. You know, see, so if him get visited every month, the water them no must know who the woman are come to.
No must.
And take him out and put him somewhere that you can't talk to him. And it's wicked, them wicked.
No must.
It's wicked, them wicked, brethren.
No must.
You know, see, the whole system.
It's like how them plot card for you, brother, with the police pan make. We want plot card for this. We want march for this.
Yeah.
We want the parish to march out for this.
Them need
We want march out for this. We want this nothing bury up, this nothing go under the dust we are cover we right now. We want instant investigation.
I agree with you, brethren. But wait there, watch out, EL. You there? You're gone. The man gone.
Let somebody else come in, motor.
All right, sir. Give thanks. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, man. Blessed man. I'm there, man. Cutting edge.
Right. So you're supposed to drop that no long.
You sound like you're asleep, man.
So you're supposed to drop after no long cutting edge jaguan.
What's supposed to drop off?
The edge where we are cut. Supposed to drop to bust off, you know.
I will if I think bust off already, man. You think one would make a cut? I know, it's a mansion we are making, so we are cut enough wood. I know one wood we are cut, man. You know, see, I will change all the size, you know, but you don't know this I change.
Right. Yeah,
man, we are about 500 saw.
Okay.
A cut wood. Yes.
This constitutional monarchy government we are rule over black people in a Jamaica today. We are enough people I say for them government. I really see them government. How come government be our government as people of African ancestry?
Yeah. Well, it's terminology where people use still, them not think, them just say it because it's something to say. So, like how you think about it now, you have to make a next man think about it and realize, say, I know our government.
Okay.
I know our government.
A Queen Elizabeth government.
Yeah.
And
with our puppeteers, them.
And her executive power is vested in our Prime Minister Andrew Holness and our cabinet. You know, and our loyal opposition.
Yes.
So these are the same slavery European rules from them time in to this time, never change.
Yeah.
So not until we stand up as an independent African nation, as black people in Jamaica and the world, leave from off a European system of government where rule over we carry off away, and return to a nation where kingdom, a black empire, a black kingdom, to us as a people,
Yeah,
we never see no betterment, because there's racism and slavery, shame and death to us,
Yeah, man, definitely.
So we wake up in a Jamaica in this judgment and we give thanks to the African consciousness so we see go on in the world, African life matter, wherein we can move to a great progress. The man should fly the red, black and green and the red, gold and green banner, freedom banner with the black 5 star representing us as a people and the lion symbol representing Ethiopia crowned,
Alright, give thanks, Bridget. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't get to. Yeah, man. But you know, but you have to go get him start one internet program or something. One of them like cable business. Because when I music come, why you play on me, I hear them at it. I want to Peter touch on me, love, you know. When I pray to the British radio station and RC. You know, I want to say, oh, BBC.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I said I forget I forget our internet station. That's what I play them through there. That's what I play them through.
That's very appropriate to the team that we are talking about.
But maybe if we get the radio station, you now subscribe to it.
Yeah, they know.
Maybe if we get a radio station, you know, subscribe to it. So I don't know how you hear when we play it.
Man, the internet.
I know the tune where you're talking about. Yeah, I know the tune where you're talking about still. Yeah, man, and them tune them want to play for 2 years. Yeah, man. Oh, damn, ba.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Free up street.
I missed the first about 15 minutes of the program, so I'm going to come on and hear you talk about the
symbols.
I mean, I wonder if I start with the Donald Trump symbol.
No, we never talk about Donald Trump. We talk about the Governor General symbol.
But you know, him getting a problem with him symbol too.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Yeah, we then take off our Facebook or whatever, on Twitter or whatever. They put up something, man, but when I symbol we have in them say the swastika. Them say white supremacy something, so them have to take off him. But they kind of favor the swastika. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, maybe.
No, may I hear you, man. May I hear you?
Alright, think we gonna get. Yeah, man, them no say, mab up something favor the swastika. And I think when put up. So them at big debate, I don't know CNN, I think.
Yeah, CNN, me see it pan CNN. I 4 things now, them take down film when put up, you know. 4 things now take up. And the other day when them say, him did tell the film people them say must do less testing. And about 4 of film people them on the TV I said, no man, you can't take a joke. Don't take something serious. The man a joke, why would I say that? The next day Donald Trump come on the TV and said, kid, I don't kid. I'm talking serious. The next day food channel man come and say him not talk to them about nothing like that.
Yeah,
I will come from.
You know, the one thing now and then him flip around and then him flip it around. See all my boys now say him make Juneteenth
be popular. I make Juneteenth popular. I don't force me about it, you know.
Nobody around him don't know about it till him finally found one black man wearing nice.
Yeah, a black man. Yeah, we hear.
That's what.
That way come from Rasta.
But it might be some systemic. Oh, you got some systemic whole thing.
Yeah. But I'm afraid like him, bro. Forget everything you say. Say, well, give me $1 million. Lend me $1 million, no? And then him say, all right, and give me $1 million next week. Tomorrow, I'm telling him, but you never give me $1 million. Him say, I true, you know, me never get it. Him no easy, man. And we will again, you know, if you don't buy a chop, we will again.
Yeah, you stay there. Then, that's why I put in them. You think they don't know what they do?
Yeah, man.
Them the same man there for the people who will vote for him for seat.
Yeah.
And that's why them the
core audience.
And it's a funny thing, you look on it. Oh, like funny. Like, see how we use some words now, we mean some things now, where back in idea we mean totally different things. Look on the swastika. The reason Hitler used the swastika, you know, because it was a symbol of luck.
Yes,
it was a good thing in them time there. But now, after music and everything, don't know, everybody hate it.
Yeah, it's a Ghanaian symbol too, you know. And it's an Egyptian symbol. You know, it's like a whole heap of things.
Yeah, because it's luck.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Then call that in your world, then call that pejorative meaning.
Call it what?
in your world, poetry world.
Yeah.
Right, when I write that thing and the meanings of word change over time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, like gay. Like gay.
Yeah.
You say, remember Dennis Brown sing just like a child acting young and gay?
Young and gay.
Wait there. This is not no joke, this, you know. Me I play that tune the White House birthday party that time down a Waterloo, you know. And some little people come to me and say, why I'm saying that him acting like a child so young and gay? Because them a think same as say him a homosexual, you know. I say no.
That's what I mean, you know.
Yeah, the word different though, the word different. That's not what it means for us. It means say you're jolly and happy, you know. It's like, you know.
Nowadays, there's a somebody pretty, then glad and like you say, but one time you call somebody pretty, you want to lick it up.
Lick it up.
Yeah. Because, you know, that's nice, people pretty back in ideas.
That's how language go, but
yeah.
it keep changing, because even the spelling now, you know, all the youth them have spell now, on all the WhatsApp thing there, and a different spelling, you know. Mm-hmm. You have to know them kind of code in there. You have to know the code, man.
Different kind of up your initials and
yes, letters. You are just you. You don't have to spell Y-O-U. You are just you.
You are, and all this.
Shake my head, SMH. You have to learn it, you know.
KMT. Kiss me teeth.
Kiss me teeth. Yeah, well, that's how it go. Time and things and time.
It's pretty.
Yeah, well, it's pretty. So let me ask you a question. All right, go on, talk.
The same thing, you know, talk about allegories to a thing or whatever. You know, so one of the baddest allegories, when you do in our school, Aesop fables.
Aesop, yes. Aesop, yeah, the Ethiopian. You got Ethiopian slave, you know.
I grew up, never even know say Aesop and a black man.
Yeah, man, it's an Ethiopian slave
when me come
in a Greek
world. Me find out say Ethiop really and then turn it to Aesop.
Yeah, right? In a Greek world. Yeah, man, and him use animals as theme allegories. Him use a whole heap of animals, you know.
People, are they what you call them?
Yeah, man.
They matter about.
Yeah, but him use animals, like Humpty Dumpty.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Fox and the sour grape.
Yeah.
You know, you see that every day, because back in the day, you used to have the boy eating up and corner, hey, sweet biscuit, like you mash up crackers and all them. When you can't get them, fox say grape sour.
Yeah, the fox, yeah. And beef, you stick a beef. When I'm at the boy, I'm just stick a beef, you know. But wait, let me ask you this now. This more I ask you. All right. May I talk about the incident? Long a Stuart Town, so. And you tell me, say, you give me a rundown when I never did hear before about the police, the doctor, the people them are the people them are the clinic. Call the police.
Clinic, So
call the police and the brother
like a Port Maria police then car.
Oh, so you say the brother just stand up with some other people and the police them just come straight from there, so.
Yeah, because I further down the road in there, I guess me don't know if my whip and taxi and down with at the crossing where I go Jacks River there, so.
Yeah.
One road down at Jacks River and the back to Gale and whatever, and next road I go I'm down to watch it. That's how they start. We on me here like start interrogate him, that's how them start feel him up and check him down. I like one of that say to the next one say, him clean? Him say, yeah man, him good. Him go and next one say, clean him, watch it, not watching that. Throw him in a vehicle and can't come.
What? Yeah. I tell you. And they will go kill the youth.
And the lady will say ball out, I said, Lord, I'm going to kill the people in picnic. And they can't go to the yard, you know. And but me no get nothing further, you know, still me say,
no, you're not
come check it. No big smarty, no come back, come check it and thing. Them a wait on him. We call him the Indicom and thing.
Indicom. So, yeah. But I have to talk to some people tomorrow. Well, little more about how come all, what them call it for justice? The people them talk, how me no hear them say no. As a matter of fact, I hardly hear them talk again.
Well,
Jamaica for justice.
No psychologist, nobody go talk to the people,
Nobody. When I none of the killing them, none. None of the killing them, we are going. The one up, I don't hear about no one will go up at the woman where them kill. Bogle, the woman when them killing her bed. I don't hear them say nobody go up there. And yesterday, them some more killing going up there, you know. Two youth did get killed up there again. I don't, but things are going so fast and rapid that it come like it now go on. Everybody just concentrate on the COVID, but the man them show up themselves now.
But as one police did them send a whole batch of psychologists and everything to talk to everybody.
May I tell you?
Me see a thing. Me never see the news part, but on the YouTube and me see what them talk about after the shootout a Spanish tongue there.
Yeah.
I mean when I police I say, oh, we have to go read them more, we have to hold them hand and tear them in and this and that, but we have to go revisit this rules of engagement. I mean I say, well, this is a madman, man.
I talk so.
Yeah, I talk
about squad again.
Rules of engagement, but on not going to use against just criminal, like I said, on just a creep up because you them and kill them for no reason, no feel threat.
Yeah. And then say the good have to suffer for the bad eventually, that them
like a war.
But a war, them feel them a fight, because the man them have big gun now, we shoot off vest. The man them say, the man has the boy, the man, when name with the tall brother name, with the white boy, they go turn security guard man now. When name again?
It must England.
Yeah. He have him school security company.
Yeah, man.
Me hear him say the gun where them have, the M16 where them have, it fire shot and lick off the vest them because the vest them are all vest them. The vest them can't sustain nothing with them gun where them and them have.
And them they just look small like police and when me see, protect nothing.
Come like t-shirt. Go like them about a t-shirt, man.
And they look like a very close range thing. I probably on them shoot the vest shoot and run out of vest man. They didn't panic, they didn't move back. But well, maybe one of them drop their gun. If you're not panic, you drop your gun. Me cannot drop my gun, man, I shoot around and drop my gun.
But me can't understand why a man that run with left M16 on the ground. I can't do that. I don't understand why a man that run with left it. Why it too heavy for run with? Let him not run, come there with it. Be there. Watch a man, me I go run left my M16, you mad? And I'm going to rent it too, I'm going to rent the M16, I'm going to left it.
Maybe one of them where police one game, so I guess he might have to see police.
No, man, I tell you, say, it all of that sound weird to me, Me I tell you, it sound funny to me, But to me, don't know exactly what's going on, but it does sound funny to me. Sound funny to me to reality.
Still
and then just a couple of hours after you go find the man in a distance, in a town, you go find the man and shoot up the place again. And one more man get shot. One more police get shot up there again and them kill the man. And them hold the woman. Where the woman live there? She didn't have the house, I mean, bullets are fire all over the place with shadow. And another man again another story about, I tell you, it's all out here. I know them go back over so I don't go find how much. Them say the body, a burial ground where it hold back.
You hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
I have 2 points, but before me go in that 2 points, you see? Just I tell you, say, I remember one time I keep a little session in a Arbitrary Park 20 odd years ago.
A little session?
A little thing, it look like you use your sound system and I play some music. And me hear you tell a man, say, boy.
What was the occasion?
I don't remember any, but
okay.
Me hear you play some music in the park. So
yeah. You hear me tell a man, so.
But me hear you tell a man, say, you go start work on a radio station soon,
Oh, that's in the 90s,
Yeah, man, me hear you tell a man, say, boy, you soon start work on a radio station.
Yeah, fast in my business, man.
And I read through your talk because watch you now. I FM.
After 20 years.
20 years ago. Yeah, man, me everything, man.
No, you listen to me, I'm not talk to you. You're fast, I'm a business.
No, man, me dead,
yeah,
man.
see, yeah,
you know, see, me I tell you, say, you know, you can play some Burning Spear song, but...
You never hear me play Burning Spear since night?
No, man, I mean that night there. I tell you, play some Burning Spear song.
Okay.
But you never hear me. But me, I tell a man, say, boy, you soon start work. I want to
yeah, man, you said that a while ago, man. But yeah, we're not asking now. What was the occasion? Oh, you don't remember the occasion?
Boy, you play some music.
Boy, I know. You sure say I know when Mandela did come out of prison?
Oh, maybe I'm not too sure, but...
Oh, you're not sure? All right.
Yeah, what happened now? I have 2 pints.
You know, me say you say 2 pints.
No, point.
But think I bring it, come give me. Yeah, all right.
No, man.
Yeah. All right, go out with the 2 pints.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What happened now?
Yeah.
The white people, white people not really hate black people, you know.
Okay.
They really hate them hate way, you know.
Oh, jealous?
Them goes way.
Okay.
Them goes way look and all that and good looks and all that. But what they do now, they might try to make we feel inferior.
Okay, but them make you feel inferior, no, them make you feel inferior, them make me feel inferior.
You know, them trying to use psychology to make you feel inferior.
Okay.
Because them can't allow you to feel superior about yourself. Because if you feel too good about yourself now, you might take over the place. So they want you to feel low.
The fear of the black nation. Yeah. Okay.
I suspect that black people don't like black people, you know.
So white people don't hate to it, even though them shows them hate to, but black people don't like black people.
Yeah, man, I suspect that. Black people don't like black people, you know.
Me don't like where you go with it, though, you know. Me don't like where you go with it. Because look what, you start out by saying white people don't hate you. I know you say black people hate black people.
Yeah, man, black people don't like themselves neither.
No, me never say me don't like themselves, you know. Me say, you start out by saying white people no hate we, but now you're going to say black people hate black people.
Well, most...
Me not say no go say, you know. Me not say no go say, but me not say your mind sound kind of...
confused.
Me not say it, me never say that. Me not going to say it, but since you say it, I know that me not going to say, but since you say it.
Yeah, man, but I mean, you see, according to how me say black people are moving, you know. Black man love kill black man, you know, man, and black man.
Wait, hold on. Who kill? Wait, white people kill white people more than how black people kill black people.
Yeah, me know that, but I mean.
No, but you see, that's why. All right, no, you know, you're gonna make me start get away with it. You know why? Because me know say they're gonna come now with the negativity of black people against black people, rather than show now say white people or something. Because you start out the thing weird by saying black people, white people not hate black people, but now you're going to show the wickedness and cruelty of black people against black people.
No, why you do that? Move because even the black woman, them bleach out them skin and a wear wig and a
white woman not tan and come on the beach, spend $millions to come on the beach to look like black people. For tan them skin.
But the white person have a reason to do that, you know.
Oh, but black people don't have no reason for that.
Because white people know that them skin don't look good.
Alright, but black people know. Black people know so them skin. Yeah, but them not. Alright, wait look good. But same way like Vietnam man. Wait there. Same like how white people know so them skin don't look good. And same way black people know so them skin look good.
What you say about that? So away because if I was a white man, me that want bleach, and me that want to come and tan my skin, you know.
Yeah, but that's if you was a black person, you would have want tan to look like white people too.
No, because me don't want to look like white person. But
me say if you was a black person, me never say you don't want to look. Me say if you was a black person.
Well, I love tell you, say boy, I mean, you know, because listen. When most people see that you have a child with brown and have curly hair, I love the child more than the child who have.
Why you think that happen? There's a reason for that. So why you think it happened?
Boy, I mean, I know any boss, man.
No, but that's not call me no boss.
Favor the black people like themselves. Because them are going to say, hey, that baby, they pretty, man.
You go church? You go church?
Baby.
You go church?
With pretty hair and all that.
Yeah, you go church?
Well, me used to go church one time, yes.
But you stop going church?
Well, we can't find the time for that, you know.
Oh, so you don't believe in a Christ and all them something there? You don't believe in a Christ?
No, I don't really check for them things there, you know.
Oh, eh?
And I'm not a Christian, you know.
You're a what? You're an atheist? You're a what?
No, me just
Muslim?
a person.
You're not a Muslim?
Human being don't understand nothing about creation as yet. Human being is only summarizing.
Yeah, but Christian don't believe. But Christian don't know. Them just are summarized.
Yeah, because I don't really deal with Christianity.
So what you deal with? Just life?
No, yeah, you know, I'm not going to live till
you're dead?
Yeah. I'm not really go on yet. Because I feel a human being don't reach a stage yet to understand nothing about creation. Human beings still growing, you know.
Like what? Them not understand about creation? Like what? What you think to them not understand?
The creation knowledge is a very high knowledge, you know. And
no, like what you think them?
Human being is not using certain capacity of them brain now for maybe next 10,000 years, you know.
No, may I ask you a question?
I have an idea about creation.
So I can ask you a question. What part of creation human being don't understand now?
I mean, about this God thing and who created.
Them not understand about God?
And
man not understand about God? A man create God, man. Them must understand it, man. Where you say, man? Where you laugh at? Where you laugh at? Where you laugh at? You laugh at where you know, you know, like you sound like you drink rum, Rona. You sound like you drink rum in ourselves. That now go stop, you know. That now go stop. That now go stop.
Well.
Then you think that white people will stop killing white people?
Well.
Why you laughing, Tyler?
Why?
Tongue in cheek. May I ask you if you think that white people will stop kill white people? You think white people will stop kill white people?
A black man will more kill a black man faster than a white man, you know.
How you come to that? What proof and evidence you have to that? You know why you say that? Because you live amongst pure black people.
Yeah, okay.
You live amongst pure black people, that's why you say that. But why you not really come to that? Yeah, a black people you go amongst.
White man regular?
No, white people kill white people. That means I say white people. The wickedest war them are fighting on earth is white people kill white people.
Oh, that's like the war thing.
Oh, I mean, they know what. Yeah, and envy and growth. Man, just look how them just start a war with Saddam, and just start to kill brown people. I mean, white people kill more black people than where black people kill white people. Or black people don't kill white people.
Yeah, but
so you don't prefer them kill
white people still that much. But a black man, we will shoot a black man faster. Don't it?
Yeah, motor.
Yeah, man, blessed, man.
Blessed. Yeah, man, they are called from up in the land of the brave and the free.
Over where? London?
No, up in the land of the brave and the free.
Oh, America.
You see it, how you doing? All good?
Yeah, man, we're there, man. We're there. I give thanks to you from you up there, man.
It goes so, man. It goes so.
Which part up there? Which part up there?
Yeah, man. We're there in another place, Florida, man. Where everything.
Oh, them say that spike up back up there. The COVID a go back up there.
Yeah.
So when you come down, you back? When you come down?
Oh, we're on a different chart, you know.
Okay, you're in a prison?
No, we're ready to leave still. My plan to go all the way to the east.
Okay, all right. Yes. Yeah, man, give thanks to you from you, man. Give things to you from you.
For real, man. I got to hear the high voice. The thing is still, I have to give thanks still for the catalyst, you know. That's what I mean. So we can't make fun of the catalyst.
The catalyst?
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, remember, say, if Hillary did then all of this would now face, you know. Them would have still in the zombie state. So, it's a awakening, so you have to give thanks to the catalyst because we did upon the journey to say, yeah, that the man them want to go in to spike the fire.
Well, I mean, they say that too.
Ignite the thing. So,
Me did say that too, you know. Me see it. Yeah, of course, me see it, man. But me still have to criticize how do it. Me have to criticize him stupidity.
Me treat him like Dave Chappelle, you know, I love you.
No, Dave Chappelle a big sensible man, man. What are you talking about, man? Dave Chappelle a big sensible virgin, man.
The humor will behind it. You know, make you smile as well.
Well, people say me sound like Dave Chappelle more time, you know. People say me come like Dave Chappelle. Yeah, me know. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a difference still. So the thing I'm not still, we love the catalyst, we love how it move, we love the people them, but our people them have to understand. Because before make a mistake. Africa not have no friend.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Have no friend, and we can't hold on to individuality and think like a collective because they do.
Yeah.
Like a collective, no matter you show them or kill them one another.
Yeah, man, of course. When unity come, them just unify against everything else.
Authority. They come to authority. Them are go lock shop. So our people have to respect. Say, yo, we've been down this road already. Marcus Garvey, we've been down this road many times. We'll fight with them. Them fight alongside them. Them get them what would I say now? Them get assimilated in the collective and left we out there.
Yeah, man, of course.
Fight side of them with the Chinese, the Japanese.
We fight for them. We fight.
The whole of them get assimilated in the thing, in the collective and left we out there.
Yeah, we fight for them, man, all the while. Yeah, man, that's true thing, man.
We fight, we bleed for every one of them. Every nation on this planet, African people fight and bleed with. And everybody else get assimilated in the collective and leave we out.
Leave we out, see, that's a fight for ourselves.
So it's time now, we go and understand the past dictate our future and our present.
Yeah, man.
Fix it and realize the history of the thing and move forward. Every people on this planet, them people that tell you about themselves, as I say, symbolism. Them tell you about themselves.
Subtly and otherwise.
And you think somebody else them a talk about. And them a describe themselves as barbarian and savages. But you now read it.
Tell them.
Yeah, take it. You say them. So
Yeah.
Still my family. So I'm just hope say the collective wake up and understand this and just research.
Yes, of course.
If you believe in our creator, the creator give you our brain.
I agree with you, man.
So
I agree with you. Yeah, man, give thanks, Bridget.